Good morning, good afternoon. It's it's a great pleasure to be part of this esteemed summit, and I believe that all of you are having a great time. What I'm going to do today is trying to talk you through about how retail as an industry is transforming. We are living in a very transformative era. In my last 2.5 decades of experience, I've never seen a time where transformation is happening at such a fast pace. It is an honor as well as an opportunity for me to present the learnings of the last 2 decades and how I see things which will transform the retail industry in the days to come. As you would know, retail is an industry which touches everyone. Yeah, it was kind of categorized as an essential service in most of the countries because we are the people who would, while the other frontline healthcare workers as well as the administrative workers would kind of make sure that your life is running. The retail industry was also on the forefront trying to make sure that everybody is able to get access to food and food security in wherever and whatever form that they are. And so it is quite an alarming change that we are seeing, which is because of the change in the consumer behavior in the last 1 year. And I will kind of present to you the five big trends. Let me repeat the five big trends that I see retail industry going through. It is a difficult time for a lot of retailers, but I think it is not a glooms and doomsday story for the retail industry. The retail industry has a bright future, and if these trends are understood by retailers, I'm assuming that we'll see a very great and a fantastic way ahead for a lot of retailers. So let me begin by putting across some of the headlines. At the beginning of the year, there was this article in Forbes in which it said, this is the year which will have a record breaking number of retail bankruptcies. Now, as you would know, in the last 5 or 6 years, the number of bankruptcies has been continuously increasing. And we are seeing store after store, retailer after retailer getting impacted and closing down and filing for bankruptcies. Then the next big thing that we saw is the closure of Debenhams, a very kind of a loved brand globally. They had presence in a lot of countries globally, and they had actually shut down their last store in the month of May, which is not very far behind. And so when you read these headlines, one story which comes to your mind is it a gloom and doomsday for the physical retail? And I would say absolutely not. And the reason why I would say not is because some of the retailers are not able to catch the trend, the changes, the headwinds which are impacting this industry. And what we'll do is over the next 10 to 15 minutes, we will go deep into the five big trends, which, if understood well by the retailers and put in their digital transformation journey or the business transformation journey, I think they will be able to ride this wave. It is a bumpy ride. I'm not saying it's easy. It is a bumpy ride, but that bumpy ride can be kind of easily kind of passed through if you understand these five big trends. So let me begin by kind of saying that retail as an industry has been going through the changes and the impact of digital commerce in the last 10 years. And that is a thing of the past. And I'm not going to say that digital commerce or e-commerce, as it is commonly known as, is one of the key trends. It's already happened. There is e-commerce competition which is out there, and that is already changing the game. So I'm not going to talk about things which have already happened. I'm going to talk about the new things that we need to do as retail industry to kind of sustain, survive, and come out successfully in this journey. So the first important thing which is happening is the digital divide is becoming larger. And what I mean by that is, let me be very clear here. When I say digital, it is not the e-commerce. E-commerce and digital are sometimes used synonymously, but I think that is not what I mean here. What I am going to refer is companies, organizations, retail firms which are digitally enabled and the organizations which are digitally not enabled. I think the divide between those two sets is becoming bigger and bigger. And what it means is that the larger is becoming larger and the weaker is becoming weaker. And hence there is a big divide between the big retailers and the small retailers. And so, as you would see in this slide, the 2020 sales growth of all the physical retailers which are listed on the left hand side is at record highs. The comp or the like for like growth in the year for all the physical retailers which are mentioned on the left, right from Walmart till the value retailer of Dollar General, all have seen stupendous growth, a record breaking growth in their sales and profits in the last 1 year. And on the other side, if you see at the right hand side, you would see that the number of bankruptcy filings has gone up dramatically as compared to the previous 5 years. The number of store closures, we are talking about 122,000 stores being closed as we speak. So is it an end of the mom and pop stores? Is it that a lot of companies will go bankrupt? And the answer is yes. If organizations which are not willing to adopt this digital change, and again, let me repeat, it is the digital adoption. If organizations are not going to transform themselves into this new digital era, they will be finding a lot of competition, and the divide between the digital haves and the digital non-haves is only going to increase as we go along. So one mantra, if you want to survive and sustain in this era, you have to be digitally native. And maybe what I mean by that is digital transformation is one of the key pillars of your business strategy. If you are still struggling to make digital as a core of your business strategy, you will find much more difficulty in the days to come. So if we were to basically look at what needs to be done in terms of being sustainable, being relevant in the coming decade or a couple of decades, is most of the retailers have been focusing mostly on operations, which means that they understand what the good product is, they understand the sourcing strategies, they understand the supply chain movements, and they understand the store operations. Now, which is only one part of the entire digital landscape that we're talking about. If you have to succeed, you have to focus more on the other two pillars, which is build your stores as an experience point and adopt an omni-channel commerce paradigm. Now, what is happening is most of the physical retailers are trying to create a new channel called as e-commerce channel. And I think that is where most of the retailers are getting it wrong. Until and unless a physical retailer is able to marry that and create an omni-channel experience, there is great difficulty that you will be able to compete with the so-called digital native e-commerce players, because they already have a head start. So there is no point in any retailer to compete with the Amazons of the world and say that I want to compete with them only on the e-commerce space. You will not be able to succeed if you have a channel specific commerce strategy. You need to move in a new experience which is omni-channel in nature, and you will be able to succeed in the days to come. Digital transformation, as I said, has to be accelerated. No longer you can rely on 10, 5 or 3-year long strategic plans. You need to put on a digital transformation roadmap which is happening and transforming your business at alarming pace. 84% of the companies believe that they are wanting to do digital transformation, but only 3% were able to successfully complete. And the reason is their approach toward that is old school. They need to move towards a more agile, more inclusive, innovation-led digital transformation strategy to basically make it successful. The next big thing, don't think of your organization as an operational machine. Think of your organization as a customer service or a customer experience platform. Until unless you move your focus towards making your organization as a customer experience platform, customer engagement machine, you will not be able to understand what that customer is doing or what the customer is wanting. And the biggest shift that retailers need to do is they need to kind of build data platforms, build customer data platforms so that they can get a lot of customer data. They need to understand and process that customer data and then offer that personalized offering to the customer so that you are able to interact and engage with the customer in a very, very different way. Now, this is where the difference lies. Gone are the days in which if you have the best supply chain in the world, if you have the best product assortment in the world, you will be the leader. I don't believe that these two paradigms of the price leadership, product leadership, or operational leadership, which were excellent kind of competitive differentiation in the past decade, are going to take you very far in the days to come. Revolve entire organization towards customer experience. Transform each and every part of your organization to work towards customer experience. How can my last mile fulfillment, how can my inbound logistics, how can my customer service, how can my back-end product development all start sharing customer data, and you will be able to consolidate that into an experience which has to be unique. Define your customer proposition, define your experience, and differentiate on the experience. And that is the only way to survive in the days to come. Omni-channel, create that omni-channel view of the customer. The customer does not want siloed offering. Most of the retailers are still interacting in the online channel and the physical channel, and there is very limited kind of marrying of data across these two channels to kind of provide a very, very holistic experience, a holistic offering to the customer. And this is the friction between the online and offline, which actually is not helping you create an experience which is really different, which is really unique from any of the competitors. So create an omni-channel strategy, create an omni-channel platform so that you are able to share data seamlessly, so that you are able to create an offering which is without any friction between both the channels. Now, this is a very interesting statistic. 2020 was another tipping point in terms of marketing and digital communications. It is for the first time that the digital media spending or digital ad spending was kind of equal to the traditional media. And this trend to me is a very important message in which the customer is now so much ingrained in the digital communication, in the digital interaction, that it is not kind of interacting that much with the large kind of physical spend, which is happening still. Now, physical spend will remain, but I think there is big push with the digital ad spending. And there are two advantages that retailers can kind of look at. One, they can predominantly use digital as a platform and customize the offers, customize the campaigns, personalize the campaigns, so that the customer behavior that you have understood, you are able to translate that into much targeted, much segmented campaigns to your customer. And that padded with a good experience, that padded with an omni-channel offering, is the mantra that every retailer should kind of look at, and they should be kind of transforming themselves across these pillars. And so, if we were to basically summarize, disruption is the new norm now. And the success of any organization will depend only who are able to change. People who are able to pivot around digital, they need to pivot around creating an innovation culture. They need to kind of create a sense of agility and making change as the only constant. Until unless these kind of transformative agents are not ingrained in the culture of the organization, we will not be able to see a great future for the retail industry. And so, if I were to just create a summary of where we are, the 5 key trends that we are going to see: digital divide is going to widen. Retailers need to understand that the big is becoming bigger and the marginalized is becoming smaller and smaller. Create a large digital transformation agenda, which you need to accelerate. Create customer experience which is unique to your offering and make that as a differentiator. Don't make supply chain as a differentiator. Don't make operations as a differentiator. Don't make product as a differentiator. Create customer experience as a differentiator. Create a true omni-channel model of your business, and at the end, pad it up all together with a big push towards personalized engagement and digital marketing. Until unless all these things are implemented in any organization, retailers will continue to struggle, and by the onslaught of the so-called digital native retailers, which are coming and taking away market share each and every day. If retailers are able to understand these trends and they are able to adopt these at a pace that they have never seen in the past, they will not be able to succeed and kind of succeed in the days to come. And with that, I would say we wish that retailers adopt these so that there is a bright future for one of the largest employers in the world. Thank you.